Okay, so here's like a YouTube video of the George Floyd body cam. I never saw this before. It could be everybody already saw this already, and I'm late to the game. I'm just gonna record it because I never did see it. Today is like August 7th. I don't know if it just came out and it's about to get like, wiped or deleted off YouTube, and I want to have my own record of it.
Let's see your hands.
Damn, man.
Stay in the car. Let me see your other hand.
I'm sorry.
Let me see your other hand. Both hands. Put your hands up right now. Let me see your other hand.
Okay, let's go back. I want to see how did he open the door? Did he knock on the door? Like, how did that shit go down?
Let's see your
What's
hands.
this shit?
Damn, man.
Stay in the car. Let me see your other hand.
I'm sorry.
Let me see your other.
Oh,
Let's see
okay.
your hands.
Damn, man.
Stay in the car. Let me see your other hand.
I'm sorry.
Let me see your other hand.
What's he sorry
Both
for?
hands. Put your hands up right now. Let me see your other hand. Put your hand up there.
Where's his shirts?
Hand up there. Hands on the wheel. Hands on the wheel. Who else is in the car? Put your foot back in.
God dang, man. Man, I got shot the same way as I was before.
Okay, well, when I say let me see your hands, you put your hands up. You got them?
Dang, man.
Put your hands on top of your head.
Last time I got shot like that, I was
Hands on top of your head. Hands on top of your head. Step out of the vehicle.
Where's his
Step
fucking
away from me, all right?
shirt?
Step out and face away. Step out and face away.
Please don't shoot me. Please, man.
I'm not going to shoot you. Step out.
At first I thought, oh my God, dude, he knows he's about to die and he's crying. But no, I actually think, dude, like, I hate to say this shit, but I do know, I saw the video from the building. He did get rid of something out of his pocket. He did test positive for fucking fentanyl in his system, a high amount of it. And I do know that he went in the store, just bought a pack of cigarettes. He's sitting in the car with his shirt off. To me, it seems like he's crying because 2 minutes ago, he was about to get fucking high and smoke him a cigarette and roll out. Now, he's not about to get high. His fucking drugs are about to get fucking confiscated instead of ingested. And he's about to get charged with a crime and go to jail. Like, that fucking would suck. I mean, it really would. It shit would suck. Like, really bad. Like, because he was probably pumped. Like, yeah, I'm about to get fucked up. Ugh. Yeah, ready to go. And now he's fucking, everything's about to be fucked up. He's got this cop pointing a gun at him. He has drugs, felony drugs in his possession. No matter what state you're in, like whatever, unless it was some weed, which ain't nobody about to act like there's over no stupid weed, especially not like a fucking vetted person who's caught many cases. They would know. Yeah, no. This really actually seems like he's salty because he fuck, damn, man. No, please. How the fuck, no, why can't I just go back to 2 minutes ago? I was just about to be on my merry fucking way. Dude, and I do sympathize with him for that shit. I actually do. But, he seems already under the influence of something. So, it really seems like he's drunk. I don't know if he had alcohol in his system. I don't recall seeing that on the autopsy. But like, he definitely seems like he's for sure under the influence right now in this video. Yeah, and it seems like he might be drunk, but whatever it is, it's making him act hysterical. It's making him go from, he's not able to accept this shit, and it's really, really fucking his whole world up.
Face away.
I'm gonna get out, man. Please don't shoot me, man. Please, man. I just lost my mom, man.
Step out and face away. Step out and face away.
Dude, what the fuck? He's not responding. He's not.
Step out and face away.
Dude, that dude's huge.
Step out and face away.
He's fucking huge.
Please, man. Please.
He should have just rolled out.
I didn't know, but I didn't know.
What is this? What's this shit? Time out. Okay, this is like a physical altercation to where like the cop could just like pistol whip the fuck out of him to calm his ass down. Now look, I'm not saying like what the cops did is okay, but I can see, dude, just with him having his shirt off, and like when that cop grabbed his arm, he looked like a fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Like, I'm not bullshitting. Like, he could beat the fuck out of that cop. He's way bigger, and he's completely not cooperating, and it's clear he doesn't want to be going through this right now. And so the cop has been through this before. The cop already knows that this dude will fuck him up. The cop knows he cannot take this dude. The cop knows that this dude will fucking manhandle him. And the cop knows that this dude is contemplating getting out of this altogether, and it possibly by physically maneuvering or violently even getting out of it. At this point, it has turned physical, and therefore, this cop don't know like what can happen next. The cop knows he's under the influence. The cop knows that this man is definitely not willing or cooperating with what's about to happen. The cop knows that there's some kind of reason why he's reacting this way. But at this point, the cop's not aware of any like drugs or warrants or any other reason why he is clearly does not want to be having any type of encounter with the police at all right now, especially to the point of like stepping out of the car. What in the fuck kind of car is this in front of me? What the fuck? Wow. That's kind of cool. Okay, now there's a physical altercation taking place with this big ass black dude. And yes, I said big ass black dude because that shit's scary as fuck. And I mean, it just is, dude. Like, flat the fuck out. He almost looks like as big as a basketball player. He is big. He really is huge. He looks tall as fuck. He has long ass arms, and he's not skinny. He doesn't look skinny to me. I mean, his fucking shirt's off. This has got to be terrifying, even to like the most toughest, brawniest fucking white cop even ever. Okay, this dude is fucking physically a challenge, or would be in any man's eyes. Getting into a physical situation with this dude presents a threat, a challenge, and all of the above. Okay, it's not even about judging him. Even if he was white, dude. If he was white, he's got long ass arms. He's built. He looks big. He looks very big. He really does. Look right here. Go back right here. Look at that shit.
I didn't know, man.
Look. I mean, I hate to be laughing. It's not really funny. Look at that shit. Ah! Come on, pause, YouTube. Look, I'm not trying to look at his body at all. Dude, okay, it could be the angle of the camera. Yes, I am aware that is making, it's influencing, like, the scope of, like, his size. But I don't think his arms look extraordinarily large. His back looks very big. And he's clearly not able to accept what's taking place. And I don't care if that angle does exaggerate his arm by any means. Dude, his arms are huge. They really are. Let's just, like, we could take the video and, like, change it to black and white and then go make it, like, light, and make him look white. Make him look like a white dude. That shit looks scary to me. If I was a cop, I'd be scared to be dealing with this. And there are female cops, and if I was the actual cop dealing with the situation, I actually wouldn't. I would not deal with the situation at all. No way. I'd let the motherfucker go. I really would. I would, if it got to this point, I would have to let him go because what the fuck am I gonna do? That's why I don't want to be a cop. I never want to be a cop. If I could be like a detective, that'd be cool. But like that would never happen. And no, it wouldn't really be that cool. But maybe it would be cool. But like no, I would never want to be a cop. Just for like, I just don't want to be the one who had to handle these situations.
Please, man. Please.
Now look at that shit.
I didn't know
Look.
Please.
Please pause. Look at that shit. Dude. His arm looks like the length of like a 9-year-old boy's leg. Like for real as fuck. Dude, for real. His arms are very long. Holy shit.
No, man. I didn't know about it. I didn't know. Right now. Stop moving. Put your hand behind your back then. I'm not going to do nothing. Face the door. Get it over home. Hey, you come back. Stay in the car. Stop resisting. I'm sorry. Yes, you are.
A physical altercation just took place, by the way.
Stand up. Against the wall. Yes. What did I do? What's going on, John?
Yeah, what the fuck did she do?
Figure out what's going on. Adam, what's the problem? It ain't us. We was getting a ride. I just got my phone fixed. It's my accident. Adam don't be. That's my accident. Are you good? You can show me. Get my car. That's it, man. You can ask Mr. You can ask Mr. Adam about me. Do you have ID? I'm on 38.
What's all that noise going on back there? Let's go back. I want to slow this shit down. What is all that shit going on in the background? Don't listen to these people's conversation. Try to listen to the background. I wish I could like get rid of their voices.
Yes. Figuring out what's going on, drop the bag.
Figure out what's going on. Adam, what's the problem?
You hear that? Listen to the background. Like you wouldn't hear, he's like screaming. So he's still going at it. Now he's going at it with another cop. Like if this would have been like either one of my sons, they're both like 6 foot. They weigh like 180 to 210, like right in that range. 210 is being like extra generous. Okay, like they're 6 foot, like at the mark. Okay, but they would be done in the back of the cop car right now, pissed off. Like this would have been over. Okay, like the fact that this dude, if you listen to the background, this shit is still going on with another cop. Now listen, you can hear him. It's getting louder. By the way, a physical altercation had just taken place with the first officer. You hear that? You can still hear it. Wait, hold on.
fucking car. That's it, man.
You can still hear all this shit going on. You hear him yelling?
You have ID.
What was that? What was that noise? I mean, what was that noise, dude? Go back. What was that? Let's go back. Let's make it even slower. Now let's. What the fuck is that noise? What the fuck? Like, what is that shit? You can hear him yelling and screaming. In the background, the shit's getting louder. He's going on and on bantering. He is like completely committed to like not let this go down by any means necessary. I'm not. It's just clear that like this presented something to the police. This is presenting. There's 3 people here. They're all just like, obviously, look, dude, they're guilty of something. Okay, because they're just acting like, what the fuck? What? He is under the influence of something. They're acting like, what? Like, leave me the fuck out of this shit. I mean, I'm doing my own thing over here. I don't really got shit to do with his ass, right?
I just came about the tablet, and when I bought a tablet,
What is this noise?
He didn't even do nothing.
You have ID?
No, I don't. My name's Shawan Hill. Sir. I just came over to get my phone. See, I don't have a purse or nothing. And my daughter is on her way to get me.
What's the deal?
I don't know. That's my ex. I don't know.
Why is he getting all squirrely and not showing his hands and just being all weird like that?
Because he's been shot before.
Well, I get that, but still, when officers say get out of the car, he's drunk, is he on something?
Oh, he got a thing going on. I'm telling you about it.
Ah! What the fuck?
Especially when that man shoot that gun like that.
Damn it!
He had problems. Been shot before.
Well, I get that, but still, when officers say get out of the car, he's drunk, is he on something?
Oh, he got a thing going on. I'm telling you about
What
the
does that mean?
police. He had problems all the time when they come, especially when that man shoot that gun like that. It's been one.
What's your first name?
He's a good guy. George Floyd, she said.
Are you on something right now?
No, nothing. You acting already.
Hey, look, they said, look, that's the first time. This is kind of fucked up. Because, like, it really does strike me. It does seem like, initially, like, as soon as I saw a video, I thought, oh my God, dude, he's, like, flipping the fuck out because he knows he's about to die. And it's weird because, you know, like, when people die, and people be like, he was such a nice guy, you know, like neighbors if it's on the news or whatever, you know. They always say he was such a good guy. He's a good guy. And this is like the first time I ever saw a video before immediately preceding somebody's death where the witness, like people, bystanders or people who know the person who died are saying he was a good guy. Watch, listen, that's crazy. That's crazy as fuck to me too, right there.
Yeah, he's a good guy. George Floyd, she said.
Are you on something right now?
No, nothing. You acting already.
Damn it.
Shoot that gun like that. It's been one.
What's your first name?
He's a good guy. George Floyd, she said.
Are you on something right now?
No, nothing. You acting already.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, I was just moving earlier.
Let's go.
I'm ready to come up. This is feeling better now.
Keep walking.
Okay, come. Do one favor, man.
No, we get to the car. Let's get to the car, man. Come on.
Man. Oh, man. God, don't leave me, man. Please, man.
Sure. want to watch that car for yourself. Yeah, man.
Stand up. Stop falling down. Stay on your feet and face the car door. Please. Please. Get out the door, man. I don't want to talk to you, man. Please, let me talk to you. Man, you ain't listening to nothing I'm saying, so we're not going to listen to nothing you're saying.
Can you watch that car? Just make sure no one goes in it.
I hear you, but you are going to face the door right now.
Listen up. Stop.
I'll do anything. I'll do anything y'all tell me to, man. I'm not resisting, man. I'm
No,
not.
yeah, that is
I'm
resisting.
not. You can ask him. You know me, you
Check
know.
this, son.
God, man, I won't do nothing like that, y'all. Why is it going on like this? Look at my business, officer. I'm not that kind of guy.
Other side.
Mr. Officer, I'm not that kind of guy.
Stop.
Please. I'm not that kind of guy, Mr. Officer. Please.
Face away.
Okay, I'm driving, so I haven't been able to watch this.
Y'all tell me to, man. I'm not. Man,
Let's go.
Let me go back to where I start driving.
No, and I'll stay get out of the car. Drunk, is he on something?
Oh, he got a thing going on. I'm telling you
What
about
does
the
that mean?
police. We have problems all the time when they come, especially when that man took that gun like that. It's been one.
What's your first name?
He's pretty good. George Floyd.
What is
He's
it?
a good guy. George Floyd, you said. Oh, ouch,
What, are you on something right now?
No, nothing. You actually erratic.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
God, man. Yes. Yes, I was just moving earlier.
Let's go.
So he was just playing basketball earlier.
It's feeling better now.
Keep walking.
Okay, stop. Do me one favor, man.
No, when we get to the car, let's get to the car, man. Come on.
Dang, man. Oh, man.
Okay, I'm ashamed to admit that I've been in this situation on several occasions. And on more than one of those occasions, I've actually I actually reacted similarly. Basically, what it is, it's like, well, damn, what the fuck? I mean, I didn't rob nobody. I didn't fucking go steal a car and carjack nobody. Like, I'm really not doing anything that fucking serious. I'm actually minding my fucking business. And never mind, like, if I'm drunk. Never mind, like, if I'm high. Which is basically, like, you know, the whole, like, everything is about that right now. Any fucking way. Not the second time. Actually, I was under the influence of nothing. But in any case, though, in both instances, it's like this, it's basically along the lines of, I mean, what the fuck? Is it really that serious? Come on. You're a cop, but at the same time, you're a person. I'm a person. I'm not a threat to anybody right now. I didn't do anything really fucked up. And, I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, okay. I was just talking on the phone. Oh, all right. Never mind. All right. So, it's basically along the lines like, come on, person to person. Like, can you please just let this shit go? Let me go about my business and you go about your business. I'm not a bad guy. I'm really not. I'm not like, you know, like this isn't like superhero and I'm a fucking villain. Look, dude, I was just doing my thing. Can you just go do yours? And can we just like squash this shit? That's basically what it is. And it's like the fact that the police, like at that point, they're not in person mode. They're in cop mode. But like we are as people in people mode. And it's like, it's hard to make that distinction, knowing that like the cop could, in fact, at any second in time, be like, all right, it's cool. Just go, stay the fuck out of trouble. Don't let me see you again today. Get the fuck out of here. And like knowing that is the part, it's like, come on, please just fucking let us do that instead. You know? And I can sympathize with this shit right now. And what, like, see, but you're not, it's actually a crime to not, I guess what the crime really is to not recognize the police officer's position of authority at that moment in time. Like, if you refuse to Accept the fact that this is a police officer and that they have the right to arrest you and that they're choosing not to let you go, that they are choosing, in fact, to arrest you, to go through with this entire fucking fiasco. If you choose not to accept that, by any way, by like flipping the fuck out, like getting all hysterical, physically maneuvering, physically trying to, and basically not cooperating and like, delaying and like not following orders. That is like resisting arrest. And it's cops, it's all about the police officer's patience at that point in time. How much patience does that human being police officer have at that moment? And there's a million factors, but they're not like required to have any patience at all. And, the fact that he just had that physical altercation with the cop prior to that, that was not good. That right there fucking is not good. This dude is physically capable of fucking these cops up. I don't really have to see these cops. He's a match for anybody. I don't care. He's under the influence. He doesn't want to go to jail. His adrenaline's pumped. He's fucked right now. Dude, all the fucking aspects right now are like definitely in his favor to fuck somebody up. And he might be contemplating that. The cop might be thinking about the fact that he might be contemplating that. There are so many things that go into like this kind of situation to where I do kind of feel for cops. But I feel for George Floyd actually. I'm surprised, but I really do sympathize with him. I've been in this situation. I've reacted the same way. The first time I actually reacted the same way George Floyd is reacting. I just refused. It was like I got pulled over on the freeway on my way out to go to a party out in like fucking Cortland, an hour away. And it was going to be so much fun. But like I skipped out on court for a ticket like a month before that. And I had like, did I put a warrant out for you for dumb shit like that? And it's stupid as fuck, but they do. And I had a warrant, and like the fucking cop wasn't about to let me go, and it was fucked up. So your license gets suspended when that shit happens too. So like my license was suspended, and like the cop wasn't about to let me go at all. And like I basically reacted exactly the same way. I flipped the fuck out. Like the cop literally had to like drag me out of my fucking car, like by like really. I'm sure I had bruises. It was a very long time ago. It was like 15 years ago, so. Oh, and by the way, I did get charged with resisting arrest. Totally got charged with resisting arrest. And it was Friday night of Memorial Day weekend. And how shitty that I had to sit in fucking jail from Friday all the way till Tuesday. Because I had that warrant in that other city. And so, dude, it really sucked. It really the fuck did. It was horrible. And it's just like, I think I was speeding on the freeway. I'm pretty sure I was. And by the way, I was drunk, but I did not get charged with DUI. And I don't even think either the cop let that shit slide completely and didn't bring it up, or he didn't know. And I can't believe he didn't know because he was like an old cop. So he had to have known. He must have just been being nice by not charging me with a DUI. I actually was very lucky in that case because I have no driving under the influences because I actually don't get drunk all that often. Back then, I was 22. So, yeah, but that was different. Right now, I wouldn't get a DUI, I don't think. So I do sympathize. I do completely understand how George Floyd feels right now. Like, especially, like, I saw a video where he got rid of drugs out of his pocket. He got rid of something, and it has to be drugs. Or some type of paraphernalia of some sort, or contraband. But he got rid of something in his pocket. It might be this video, but it can't be. I thought it was like a video from the building. But either way, dude, he just fucked up. George is fucking good time. And this is fucking shitty. And so George hasn't been able to reconcile with this yet. However, he's breaking the law by doing so. It is against the law to do so. Now, if a police officer tells you that he can arrest you, and you want he needs to provide the explanation as to what he can arrest you for. And if you comment after that, I don't believe that you should get arrested. So he warns you that you could be arrested for A, B, C, or D. And you reply. Whatever your reply is, that fucking sucks. Or what the fuck? Are you for real? Or fuck that. Regardless, okay? If you reply and your reply is short, sweet, and to the point, and you stop whatever the fuck crime you're committing, I feel like the police should let you go at that point. So that's where discretion, I feel like they are obligated to have discretion in situations like that. But in situations like this, he's already acting suspicious. He looks drunk. They might even detect alcohol. But the way he's walking, the way he's acting, he's definitely acting like he's under the influence. And so, like that right there is like a reasonable reason to at least take him, put him into a holding and get more information to see if there is a crime going on. And I believe that they were called because he used a counterfeit money to buy cigarettes. So that's in and of itself. And then when the cop comes up, he's like, I'm sorry. Like, what is he sorry for? Like, he didn't even do it. Like, So anyways, let's go.
God, don't leave me, man. Please, man, leave me, man.
I want to watch that car too, so yeah, man.
Stand up, stop falling down. Stay on your feet and face the car door. Please. Please, get out the door, man. I don't want to talk to you, man. Please, let me talk to you, please. You ain't listening to nothing. I know. So we're not going to listen to nothing you're saying.
Can you watch that car?
Right. I just want to talk to you. Okay, I know what that means. That means, can we please talk person to person, not cop to civilian? Can you like stop being a cop for 1 minute? And can we please just fucking hash this shit out? Please, can we just squash this, please? Come on, dude. Are you really want to take me to jail? Why do we gotta go through all this shit? Come on, dude. I am not over here bothering no fucking buddy. I didn't rob a bank. I didn't just beat the fuck out of somebody. I didn't assault anybody. I didn't commit any serious like crime right now. Except he actually did use a counterfeit $20 bill, right? That's true, or is it false? But he was accused of it, right? That was why the police were called initially? Or no? I mean, I don't know. That's just part of the story I got. I don't know. Okay.
Make sure no one goes in it.
I hear you, but you are going to face the door right now.
Listen up, stop.
I'm leaving.
The other cop has less patience.
I'm not. You can ask him. He know me here.
Oh, he's resisting his ass off. Physically. Oh, and one more thing. At that point, you really can't breathe. Like, that's true. Like, you just feel like, wow, the motherfuckers put me in the car. Like, my whole world is over. Like, everything is over. Like, you just can't breathe. It's like anxiety filled with, like, fuck, I'm about to be trapped in the back of this car with handcuffs on with no way of getting out. And there's nothing I can do about it. And that's the way it's going to be. And no. And, like, it's hard to breathe at that point. Like, it's anxiety. It really is. It's a level of anxiety, a level of just, oh my God, no. Really, it's anxiety. It's like a serious, and yeah, I would even argue like even like a claustrophobic feeling of just like, well, you got handcuffs on and you're being put into the back of a police car to be taken to jail. Okay? Like just the prospect of that and not being able to accept it, it's a claustrophobic feeling.
I'm not the kind of guy.
Stop.
Stop. I'm not the kind of guy.
Stop.
Please. I'm not the kind of guy, Mr. Officer. Please.
Son.
God, man, I'm gonna do nothing. Please, man. Get out the door, man. I don't want to talk to you. Please, man.
I want to watch that car too, so yeah, man.
Stand up, stop falling down. Stay on your feet and face the car door. Please. Get out the door, man. I don't want to talk to you, man. Please, let me talk.
Okay, the other cop has less patience. I can already tell by his demeanor. Like, yeah, no, very little patience. I thought, like, before in the original encounter that he had very little he had no patience from the very beginning. And by the way, he's not required to have patience. The guy's not cooperating. That does pose a threat as a police officer. This dude, just don't know what the fuck, and he seems like he referred to him as squirrely, and I would agree that he's acting squirrely, and that could be a dangerous situation, dude. You're like interrupting a motherfucker's whole life right now, and people react in different ways, and so like I said, if that were my son or my other son, either one of my sons, those motherfuckers would be in the back of that cop car by now. There might have been a struggle. My sons would be in the back of that cop car. If a struggle would to have ensued, like a physical struggle, with a fucking bloody cheek. Okay? And they'd be pissed as fuck and banging their head on the glass. So they wouldn't be claustrophobic. They'd be mad as fuck if anything physical were to have went down. But with him, George Floyd, this motherfucker is a big dude. He really is. And he is physically resisting, and he is like just outwardly resisting, period. Every single command that's being given, he doesn't want to accept what's happening. I totally understand how that feels, but he is resisting big time. And he is physically towers over these police officers. He really does.
Man, you ain't listening to nothing. I know. So we're not going to listen to nothing you're saying. Can you watch that car? Just make sure no one goes in it. I hear you, but you're going to face the door right now. Listen up. Stop.
I don't do anything. Everything y'all tell me to do, man. I'm not a resistor, man. I'm not. You can ask him. They know me here now. My God, man, I'm going to do nothing like that, y'all. Why is this going on like this? Look at my wrist was officer. I'm not that kind of guy. Stop. I'm not that kind of guy.
Stop.
Please.
No, he's
I'm
probably
that kind of
not.
guy, officer. Please.
Well, he had counterfeit money.
Away.
Hey, man. Don't leave me by myself, man. Please. I'm just claustrophobic. That's it.
Well, you're still going in the car. Anything sharp on you?
I won't do nothing to hurt y'all, officer.
Now, in every case that I've ever been arrested, I'm ashamed to say that I have been arrested numerous times. Every single time that I've been arrested. At this point of going to the cop car, I have also stated that I am claustrophobic. Even though I actually am not claustrophobic, but at that point I do feel claustrophobic. It's one last plea. It's like actually I feel claustrophobic, and it's like one last plea at the same time. And the I can't breathe part, no, you can't breathe at that point. I mean, I couldn't. It's like just coming to terms with the situation, you know? And so I do understand not being able to breathe, feeling claustrophobic. I made it. I was fine. I'm not fucking 6 foot dude, whatever the fuck. I don't have 3 foot arms. I'm not standing there as a full grown ass man who's hysterical and physically resisting. I'm just some fucking fat white girl, mouthy white girl who now is crying because I'm got myself arrested, and any struggle I ever did put up, I was just easily put in the back of the cop car.
Sir, nothing. Why y'all doing me like that? Officer, please pack it in for me and stuff, man. I am claustrophobic for real, officer.
You got him?
You please pack it for me, please.
Yes, I'm
Remember,
packing.
man, stay with me,
I will.
man.
I will.
Please stay with me, man. Thank you. God, man.
Now, he wants the cop to stay with him so he could talk him into letting him go. He wants to talk to the reasonable cop. See, it was the cop with the more patience who said, yes, I will. He said, can you please stay with me? He thinks he has a chance of maybe convincing that cop to like just let this shit go. Please, let's just squash this shit. Come on.
None of y'all wearing nothing.
You got it inside in your pocket real quick?
I'm listening. I understand that people do stuff.
Alright, he's good. That's gone. There's nothing wrong.
Okay.
Grab a seat.
I'll
I'll roll the windows down, okay?
Look, he's resisting, dude. He's refusing to get in that car.
I gotta go in. Take a seat.
Grab a seat.
Mine, I don't believe me, officer.
Take a seat.
I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy, man.
Take a seat.
Yo, I'm gonna die in here.
Take a seat.
I'm gonna die, man.
You need to take a seat right now.
And I just had COVID, man. I don't want to go back to that.
Okay, I'll roll the windows down. Hey, listen.
Dang.
Okay, so from the police's perspective at this point, this dude is clearly big enough to not easily fit into the back of the cop car, and he is refusing to go in. He is forcing a physical situation to happen right now, and the cops are thinking this is what I think the cops are thinking. This dude is possibly has the potential to physically try to get his self out of this situation. He's going to do whatever he can to get himself out of this. He's talking about he had COVID. He don't want to go back to that. His mom died. He got shot. All this shit. Now we're at this cop car, and he's refusing to let us put him in the back of it. He's putting up a fight. Is this dude seriously? This dude seriously might, possibly, yes, he has handcuffs, but he might do whatever is necessary to get the fuck out of this situation, even if that means using physical aggression towards us. And so that's what I think is the perspective of the police right now. And he's a big ass dude. Even with handcuffs on, he's fucking hysterical. And he does have that big bald ass head and some shoulders and some fucking legs and feet. And, you know, they're having a tough time with him getting him just to the car and turning him around at all.
Man, I think kind of tired.
I'll roll the windows down and put your legs in, alright? I'll put the air on.
Look at that.
Oh, and also, he had already gotten into a physical altercation with the police on camera that we know of once. And there's a very good chance, because in that altercation, he did not. That altercation got the handcuffs put. He was immediately put in handcuffs following that altercation. There's a very good chance that he might have got the better of that cop. That cop might actually know that this dude physically fucking, he just physically, this dude is no match. The cop might know that he is no match for this dude physically. And so even with the handcuffs, the officer might actually feel like, look, for real. I mean, seriously, think about this. Yes, I understand he's a man and everything, but like, yeah, he's a man and he knows he's a man. So that's actually not a good feeling to feel probably for the cop either. Like, this fucking dude, even with these handcuffs on, this motherfucker might fucking, I might not be any match for this dude. This dude might be able to get away because this motherfucker, he ain't no joke. That might be what's going through the cop's head. Okay? The other cop with the less patience, that motherfucker is basically along the lines of, look, dude, don't make us fuck you up, because I will fuck you up if I have to, because I know you could fuck me up. So you got the handcuffs on. If I had to pistol whip you, motherfucker, I might have to. Don't make me fucking do that shit, because I will. That's how he sounds. Like, he just has less patience for this shit, and he doesn't want to go through any of this.
Look at it.
We can fix it right now while you're standing out.
Okay, man. God, y'all do me bad, man. Man, I don't want to try to win. I don't want to win. I'm claustrophobic. I got anxiety. I don't want to do nothing to them.
I'll roll the window down.
Man, I'm scared. When I start breathing, it's going to go off on me, man.
Pull your legs in.
Okay. Let me count to three. I'm going in.
Let me count to
Please.
three.
Please, I'm not trying to win. I get on the ground.
His friend needs to shut the fuck up.
He know it.
If you get in this car, we can talk.
I'm claustrophobic.
I'm hearing you, but you're not working with me.
God, I'm claustrophobic, man.
Come on over here. I'm going to pull you in.
Get in the car. In the front.
No, you're not getting in the
I'm
front.
claustrophobic.
Get in the car.
Okay, man. Okay. I'm not a bad guy, man.
Get in the car.
I'm not a
He's
bad
still
guy.
not in the car.
Man.
What in the fuck? How is this motherfucker still not in the car? The fact that the cops have not fucked him up yet, I mean, dude, this shit has been going on for how long? We're at 7:40. When the fuck did they get to the car? Let me see. When did they start walking to the car? Oh, hang on.
Trying to win. I get on the ground, anything.
Oh, so they're already at the car. They are. When were they walking to the car? Dude. What?
All right, let me come on.
Hang on.
Keep walking.
Okay, do me one favor, man.
No, once we get to the car, let's get to the car, man. Come on.
Hey, man. Oh, man. God, don't leave me, man.
Hang on.
I want to watch that car too, so get this.
All right, we've arrived at the car. We're at 4:27. Okay. 3 minutes have transpired and this motherfucker still ain't in the car. Okay, when they walked to the car, it was for the purpose of placing him in the back seat. 3 minutes later and this motherfucker still ain't in the back seat. That's a problem. for him and for the police also. They've actually shown quite a bit of restraint, in my opinion. I'm sorry, George Floyd, that you died. It almost seems like you knew you were about to die, but I don't think that's what it is. I think you were trying to get out of this shit. And you did it. I mean, first you said, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Trying to, like, disarm the police. Like, okay, no, dude, we're not gonna, we know you're black, so we'll take it easy on you. We don't want to be racist cops. Like, you started with that shit. So what, you got shot before your mom died? Like, I can sympathize with all these things. I sympathize with the fact that you were minding your business, and here come the fucking cops, and they're just fucking, they just came there to just fuck your whole world up. You know, like, what people, like, don't understand is that, like, when you didn't really commit a huge crime, like when you're actually minding your business, but like minding your business actually means committing a crime because either like you have a warrant out for your arrest or you're high, but like you're actually not doing anything directly like committing a crime. Like it's not, it's like to be in that position to begin with is like probably not a preferable situation, and there's probably a lot of strains in that life, in my life, and so to like be arrested, it adds like such extra strain. It's catastrophic for like people like us, like just our existence is a crime, you know, either by having a warrant or driving under suspension over some bullshit, or, you know, having a warrant for some bullshit, like not going to court or not paying a ticket or et cetera, et cetera. You know, all of these different things by being high, you know, all these different things, just by their existence, by your existence, it's a crime. Your existence itself is a crime. It's like when you're in, so you're just minding your own business and being taken to jail, like that, and that shit is catastrophic. It fucks many things up. It has a ripple effect of fucking shit up. So it's not just that one day and then you get released. It's more shit piled on top of the shit that made your existence a crime to begin with. So now your existence after this is going to be even more of a fucking crime because you're going to know you're not going to be able to follow through with whatever you're sentenced to, whether it be like more fines or more fucking jail time or whatever it may be. It may be that you have a warrant now, you know that city's coming to get you and that your bond's gonna be like fucking $800. Nobody's gonna come bond you out. Like you're just totally fucked in the game, right? So like this type of shit is catastrophic for people whose mere existence is a crime. And I just don't think that people really get it. And it's not systemic racism. It has a lot to do with just like the dumb shit that people are arrested for that like really this motherfucker was minding his business. Now the counterfeit money thing does present a problem because where does motherfucker get counterfeit money from? And is it something that he was using like regularly? Like who the fuck was he tied to that was just like having counterfeit money? And like because you know people don't just be having counterfeit money, so that is a crime that is of concern. But and he got the fuck cops calling on himself. You know, he got into it with the people at the store, I think, and, you know, he should have just left the fucking scene instead of still sitting around there. So, and anyways, 3 minutes have transpired. This motherfucker is still ain't in the car. Let's go back to 7:40. Hold on. I mean, damn, dude.
Got him, claustrophobic, mate. In the car. Over here. I'm going to pull you in.
Yeah, here, it's about to get physical again.
Get in the car. Okay, man, okay. I'm not a bad guy, man. Get in the car. I'm not a bad guy.
He's screaming at them.
Man, please, take a seat. Please, man, please. No, take a seat. I can't choke. I can't breathe, Robert. Please.
Oh my God.
My wrist, man. My wrist, please. I can't take this, man. I got a little wrong.
What in the fuck? Look, dude. Alright, I'm sorry, George Floyd. You left the cops with no choice but to fucking pin you down. Yes, you can breathe. Okay. So that's that. What? I just want to go back to where the fuck we were at. Where? No. Okay, let's just play it again then. Where the fuck were we?
Alright, let me come on back. This is a little better now. Keep walking. Okay, now do me one favor, man. No, when we get to the car, let's get to the car, man. Come on. Dang, man. Oh, man. God, don't leave me, man. I want to watch that car too, so.
Oh my god, dude. Alright, we're at the car, 4:20. How much longer? How long did this go on until the video's over? Dude, 4 minutes, he was not tased. I'm sorry, but dude, he was willing to do whatever it took. I could guarantee, look, I'm sorry, but if that dude didn't have handcuffs on him, it is quite possible that he might have assaulted those fucking cops and took off. Once he got into the first scuffle with the cop and realized it's very possible, very likely, that he completely overpowered the fucking cop. And so both him and the cop knew at that point this motherfucker's no match for him. And he can get himself out of this. If he did not have them handcuffs on him, he might very well may have physically gotten himself out of that arrest by any means necessary. Okay? I am making that assumption, and I believe that that is true, but we'll never know. But furthermore, even with the fucking handcuffs, this motherfucker is putting up a fucking fight. And these police are having 4 minutes of being unable to get this motherfucker in the back of a cop car. Okay? Now, they could have just fucking, boom, blasted him in his fucking ribs. Who knows? Maybe they did. And this motherfucker didn't even faze him. I mean, I don't know. They didn't tase him. They didn't pistol whip him. They didn't do any of these things. Not that I'm saying that it's okay that they did, but like legally or like by, in these situations, those things happen, and like that it didn't happen here. And in my opinion, that shows a very high, to me, that shows a lot of restraint on the police's part. I mean, even like just, not even just like the situation presenting itself, but even like just like in a like back to the patients. I mean, the cops could just be like, all right, that's enough of your bullshit. Let's fucking go. And just fuck his ass up, clobber him, whatever the fuck they gotta do to physically get this motherfucker in the back of the cop car. Just because they don't feel like dealing with this. Even in that point. Yeah, and, they didn't. It doesn't even seem like it seemed like they really showed, I don't even know if they showed restraint. It didn't even look like they were, it didn't even seem like they were considering, any of the above options, of by any means necessary, get this motherfucker in the back of the cop car. But it does seem pretty clear that George Floyd is like, by any means necessary, I don't want to go to fucking jail. It does seem that way. It seemed it's sad. Like, initially I thought, this motherfucker knew he was about to die. He was really flipping out because he really knew he was about to die. How horrible. But, I have been arrested. I have I've reacted the same way. The police have shown restraint with me. Also, not always. Actually, I take that shit back. I believe it's because I'm a girl the first time. Oh, it's been actually 3 times that I've resisted arrest and caused a fucking scene when I was getting arrested, trying to somehow evade the arrest. And the first 2 times, the cops did not hurt me. I did not get hurt. But they did physically have to place me in the back of the police car. And I did not go in there willfully. So, but I didn't have my fucking, I wasn't like injured. If I was injured, it would be like bruising and shit. And that's the extent of it. But that could be because I'm a girl. And if I was a dude, and this motherfucker is screaming at them at the top of his lungs. Had he not died, his throat would have been sore the next day from screaming at them repeatedly, over and over and over and over. He's screaming at them as loud as I scream at my kids when I've reached like my level of fucking stop it, like my cycle point. And I get there like once a week. That's another thing I'm ashamed to admit, but like, you know, it's just, it seems like he left the police with no choice, but to like, dude, he's a big dude, and I just think that the cops were no match for him, and he was just being highly uncooperative, and, you know, at a certain point, when he said I'm a count of 3, it felt to me like when he said I'm a count of 3, that like what that meant was, fine, I accept the fact that I'm going to fucking jail, but like he's still hysterical about it. So now he's accepted it, right? He counted to 3 and accepted it. He's not a bad guy. Why the fuck are you guys are? But he's still not okay. So he accepted it, but he's still very hysterical about it. Even after that, he was just still very, very, very irate. He was still very, you know, screaming, and he put up a physical fight. It seems as though he left the police with no choice. He physically, even with the handcuffs on, these police could not fucking handle him. They couldn't get him in the back of the cop car. And I'm not sure that these police are as violent as the whole world says that they are, because if they were like horrible police, like they're being portrayed, like they've been portrayed. I never saw this video. I had no idea that this took place. And furthermore, I really would never had even considered that this transpired prior to his death. To me, this would be impossible just by all I've heard about these police and everything that has been portrayed about them and said about them. I really would not. This is like, actually, I'm like in disbelief about it. I'm actually shocked in watching this video, in the fact that that's why I just keep saying, like, they did not fuck him up. They're not fucking taking a billy club and busting him in his ribs. They're not fucking like just pistol whipping him or tasing him or fucking putting him in a chokehold or, you know, hurting him. Or they're not doing any of those. They haven't really done anything violent with him. And even in the 2 instances that I've seen so far of him physically resisting to the point of a scuffle and a physical altercation taking place, I still have not seen the police like strike him or violently retaliate against him. And like the position that he was laying in on the ground may have been the only position in which the police felt that he had secured the person that was being arrested. And it may have been completely, I'm sure he was completely unaware that this dude was in any danger at all. So George Floyd had already said he's claustrophobic, all this shit. He can't breathe. He's used every fucking line in the book that the police have heard on every arrest that they've made in their career. So when he's saying he can't breathe, when the police finally have this motherfucker subdued, no, I can understand why they did not even in any way consider what he was saying to be truthful or in any way think that he was actually in danger. I actually can understand why. I don't believe that they hated him, and I do not believe that this was racism at all. I don't. I do not. I do not. Racism to me, okay, is, well, no. I actually feel like these cops have been very mellow. Like with the girl and the dude. I don't know what the fuck they have to do with any of the situation. But like a lot of cops wouldn't have been having that conversation at all. Okay, like there wouldn't have been a conversation had with the girl and the dude that they were talking to on the sidewalk or whatever. They would be in handcuffs also already. They would have had a conversation after the handcuffs. Okay, they would have already been fucking hemmed up as well. You know, it like, and that wouldn't even be racism. That would be actually just like a police encounter over a situation in which the police were, you know, called to the scene. This motherfucker's acting crazy, and so now you guys, come on, let's go. Everybody's, you know, let's get this shit going. Everybody is in handcuffs. Everybody fucking, here's what's going down. You all have handcuffs. You guys are all going to jail, and that's the fucking way it is. And then if somebody really didn't commit a crime or has nothing to do with this, they can go. But the other people they're all going down for the same shit. Basically because this motherfucker is flipping the fuck out and resisting so much. That's really like the real world. And that didn't happen here. And it's actually my contention that, now, I haven't heard anybody say this. All I hear is everybody saying how horrible the police is. I've not heard one person fucking stick up for the cop. I've not seen that video in full. All I see is like, basically like a picture in my head of the police officer with his fucking knee on the dude's neck. Right? And him laying on the ground. That's all I actually have a mental picture of prior to seeing this video. I saw another video where he was sitting on the ground with his back against the building. And so he got rid of something. It appeared as though he had discarded something from his pocket in that situation. I don't know if that video was fake or what, because I don't know how that video could have happened. I don't know what takes place after this video cuts off. But this is like, nobody has said this shit at all. And I don't even know if I'll put this on YouTube. Even if I did put this on YouTube, nobody would watch it anyway. But like, truthfully, it's my contention that the police showing so much restraint is more the reason why George Floyd ended up dead. Had they been more forceful with him, had they fucking struck him, had they subdued him physically somehow, some way, early on in the encounter, George Floyd would still be alive today. And so had they pistol whipped him, had they fucking tased him, had they fucking billy clubbed him in his ribs, had they fucking bashed his head in to just get this motherfucker to get the fuck in a car, let's get the show on the road, had they done something like that, I do believe George Floyd would still be alive to this day. That motherfucker would have been in the back cop car, pissed off instead of crying, and he would have been banging his head on the fucking glass. Mad as fuck that just went down like that. The fact that they let this shit go on for so long without fucking him up, okay? Without putting those other two people in handcuffs. This motherfucker said, can you please watch the car and make sure that nobody enters that car? Like, that should never have been said. Like, that statement was actually really, when I heard him say that, I thought, dude, what the fuck? These cops are like, they're clearly intimidated by George Floyd. And I believe it's because he's physically outmaneuvered the fucking cop in the very first physical encounter. I believe if the cops would have fucked his ass up from Jump Street and put that motherfucker in the back of that cop car quick as fuck, George Floyd would still, in fact, be alive today. I believe that shit. I believe that the police showing so much restraint is what led to them taking such measures to fucking subdue him and to physically have control of the situation. It was their restraints that led to that, and it had nothing to do with racism. If it was racism, they would have knocked his fucking teeth out as soon as they walked up to the cop car. If it was racism, I believe that cop would have swung that fucking door open, grabbed that fucking dude by the back of his neck, threw him on the ground, not giving him 1 second to even respond at all. Just this motherfucker, he had no choice but to get the fuck down, and they would have been 3 people standing on his back, putting him in handcuffs and throwing him in the back of the fucking cop car. That's what I believe racism would have been more looking like. Shut the fuck up. We've dealt with scum like you before. Like phrases such as that. Well, there's plenty more like you where you're going. Shit like that. And look, I might not be allowed to say those kind of things or whatever. I mean, I don't necessarily believe those kind of things. I'm just saying, like, those would be more signs of, like, racism here. I don't see any racism here at all. I see the exact opposite of racism here. I mean, unless being scared of a big fucking black dude who physically can fuck you up with handcuffs on that you cannot take physically while he's even in handcuffs, if that's racist, to know that this motherfucker is not, you're no match for this fucking dude. If that's racism, then that's a fucked up, skewed fucking way of defining something as racism. I don't see any racism so far. With 4 minutes and this motherfucker has been standing at this cop car and he's still ain't in the back seat. I saw 3 physical altercations take place already in this short little 8-minute video. This motherfucker has thrown out everything in the book that they have heard on arrests prior to this day. He has thrown everything at them so far. If he says I cannot, he's already said I cannot breathe at least 10 times in this video. And he's not even on the ground yet. He's already said, he's really used every fucking thing in the book that they've heard already. So, in a lot of ways, George Floyd's reaction and his refusal to, first of all, accept what was happening, his arrest, accept that the police officer was not going to squash it, his refusal to accept that, and then his refusal to comply for the extent, there was a certain point where, yeah, you want to go on and on, but, he really had the opportunity to, at some point, just say, fuck it, all right, fine. All right. There's nothing I could do. Furthermore, he's under the influence and of a drug or of alcohol or of something. He's definitely not sober. I don't give a fuck. He's not sober there. And he's fucking hysterical. He's screaming at the top of his lungs and crying. I mean, that is like really every fucking thing possible he threw at the cops. And in a lot of ways, the police really didn't have, they were just trying to get his ass, like, stop. They were just trying to not, it's like they were trying not to fuck him up. And in trying not to fuck this motherfucker up, they killed him. That's really what it seems like. I mean, at the end of the day, that's really what I think happened. Well, I gotta see, like, what happens after this. And I'm sure, like, nobody will watch this YouTube video. But, like, just watching this right here, that's my take. The fact that it took 4 minutes and this motherfucker is still not up in that cop car, what is going on here? Okay. Alright, so at this point in time, I mean, yeah, the window being down, yeah, like when you're about to get put in the cop car, you are kind of like thinking, like, I'm going to need some air because you really cannot breathe. However, okay, when he said I'm going to count to 3, I really believe that when he said I'm going to count to 3, what he was saying was, okay, in 3 seconds, I'll fucking just come to terms with this shit. Just give me a second to fucking accept this, okay? And he doesn't have the right to say that, by the way. But, the cops, I believe, are being very lenient with him. Just by letting him have the opportunity to say in 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the cops were well within their rights to fucking, not nigga, okay, my bad, I don't mean it like that. And oh fucking well, I said it, I didn't mean it at all. The cops were well within their fucking rights to be like, look, dude, that's it, get the fuck in this goddamn cop car. For real, they were. And they didn't. It didn't even look like it was on the fucking menu. It didn't even look like they were considering it. It's like they were trying to do anything but that. It doesn't matter if they were physically intimidated or if they were, like, really just trying to show restraint. Because this motherfucker is clearly in a very, very upset state of mind. His state of mind is just completely irrational at this point. And, it almost seems like the one patient cop is sympathizing with him only to an extent. Not nowhere near to the extent of even thinking of possibly letting his ass go. But he is sympathizing with him to an extent. The other cop is not. But he is kind of like supporting patient cop. you know? And, I don't know. That would not have happened with my two sons. Yes, they are white. However, they're 6'1". They're skinny. Like they probably wear like a size 32 or 34 jeans waist. Okay. Brandon is 20. Nathan is 18. If they were to be resisting arrest at this point, so by let's see, remember 4:25 is when they got to the car. Yeah. At this point, either one of them, if they were doing this shit,
God, man, we'll do nothing like that, y'all.
they would be in the back of the cop car screaming at the top of their lungs with an injury on their face, mad as fuck, banging their head on the glass. I'm serious. Like, this would not have happened if it were my sons. And I do believe it's because the police would physically, they would be no match for the police. Whereas in this situation, George Floyd's physical fucking size and aggression and fucking non-compliance and just the way he's acting, his entire behavior and demeanor, it actually is, it's a threat, and they're not even neutralizing the threat. So, I don't know. Maybe they should have used more force with him so that they wouldn't have had to take him down to the ground and fucking pit. So what did happen, dude? I want to find out. Hold on. This right here is not good. Look at his face. That's just not... This is what I found. So this is like a person's video. This must be the video.
I can't breathe. Bro, get up, get in the car, man. I will. Get up, get in the car.
That's his friend.
Get up, get in the car. Mama. Get up and get in the car right. I can't. I gave y'all the opportunity to get in, bro. I told you can't win. My knee.
That's his friend.
You can't win, man. I'm through. I know you is, never you didn't listen. That's the stomach. My stomach is...
Now his friend is right. He didn't listen. And that's what I think too. Like, it's unfortunate that it led to the police having to take this, this route to fucking, calm the situation down or whatever, or to get control of the situation. Because they clearly had no control of the situation prior in the other video. So prior to this. And I'm not sure what transpired in between the end of that video and this person taking this video. But you can hear his friends say you didn't listen. And that's what I say. But at the same time, the police should have fucked his ass up long before this. They're the ones who gave him 4 minutes. And I don't know if this is the same cop that we keep the body cam footage is from or not. I'm not sure of that. I do not know if that's him. I just don't know.
My knickers. Everything hurt.
Oh.
There's some water or something. Please. Please. I can't breathe on
Shut up.
They gonna kill me. They gonna kill me, man.
Bro, with your feet on his neck, man, you get off the
His nose is bleeding. Like, come on
that's
now.
wrong right there with his feet on his neck.
Look at his
You
nose.
can see your knee on his neck. Yeah, you got your feet right on his neck. He ain't even resisting the rest.
I cannot breathe.
You just a grown, you're a tough guy.
Now, like, he already said, first of all, he said, I'm going to die. Well, when the police approached the car, the first thing he said, or maybe like the fourth thing he said is, don't kill me, don't shoot me, don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. Now he's saying he's going to die. So, I can understand why the police didn't take that seriously. Doesn't make it right. Maybe yes, they should have taken that seriously. His voice has definitely changed. But then again, the cop's knee is on his neck. So that could be the reason why his voice changed. But in either way, he's having difficulty breathing. It does seem like he's having problems breathing. Now, and another thing is that, like, his friend was just telling, like, just get in the car and stop fucking around, man. You didn't listen. Now your ass is on the ground. Right? So his friend was, like, basically, but now his friend is like, wait a second, man, what the fuck? About what the officer is doing. There's a part coming up in which the officer looks right at the person taking the video, and his face is just not right.
He's a tough guy, huh? I think he's a tough guy. He's not even resisting the rest, bro.
His whole nose is
You know how I fought with him?
Bro, but why you just sitting there? He ain't doing nothing. Y'all put him in the car.
They'll kill me.
How long y'all gotta hold him down?
This is why you don't do drugs, kids.
It ain't about drugs, bro. You understand?
Y'all don't gotta put
y'all.
y'all. Right.
He is human, bro.
His nose.
But I'm saying you can put him in the car. That's a
We
bum
tried
ass.
that.
That's a bum ass.
His face right there. Let's go back. Right there. I wonder if I can still pull up that screenshot just as easily. No, because I already did. Damn. Well, let's see if I can go. Let's go to the gallery. Right there. Look at that. Well, his face, it just doesn't, there's something, it's not right. But now that I'm looking at it again, see, okay, I first watched the video, the video, prior to this video. My first thought was, oh my God, dude, he can't breathe, he's claustrophobic. I sympathize with him. And like my first impression was, oh my God, he knew he was about to die, that's why he's flipping out. I watched it again, and I came to a different conclusion, and I'm more definitely leaning towards my second conclusion. My first thought when I saw this picture, when I screenshotted it and I'm zooming in, and I thought that's just not right. And now that I'm looking at it again, what I see here is the possibility of, hey, look, I'm doing my fucking job, okay? You got a problem with it. Hey, look, this is part of my job. You're not me. You don't know. You're just, taking a video, and here we fucking go. And, oh, God, we got to go through this? Like, that's kind of like the look he's giving. Like, I'm doing my fucking job, so you got a problem with it? Too bad. And it's not, like, the first time I zoomed in and looked, I thought, what a cold-hearted son of a bitch. But, like, if we didn't know what the fuck happened, if George Floyd didn't die and any of that shit, like, and I look at this video, his face again, I don't see that as much my second glance. Not really anybody's willing to, like, take a second look at these things, but I am. Because I know that when I rush to judgment on everything, basically. But then, like, when I go and take a second peek, even if it's, like, immediately after, or even if it's like a long time after, years, months, days, hours. Either way, like my second conclusion is usually the one that I feel is more reasonably thought out.
Bum ass. That's some bum ass shit. Y'all know that. You don't gotta sit there with your knee on his neck, bro. Bro, he ain't fine, bro. You circle like in the jiu-jitsu move, bro. You trapped him. He's breathing right there, bro. Like you don't think that what it is, bro? You don't think nobody understands that right there, bro? I trained at the academy, bro. That's some bullshit, bro. Right, that's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit, bro. He's stopping his breathing right there, bro.
Okay, he's talking.
He's talking, bro, but you can get him off the ground. You've been a bum right now. You can get him off the ground, bro. You can get him off the ground. You've been a bum right now. He enjoying that. He enjoying that shit. He enjoying that shit. Fucking bum, bro. He enjoying that shit right now, bro. You could have put him in the car by now, bro. He's not resisting arrest or nothing. You enjoying it. Look at you. Your body language explains it.
I disagree. I disagree.
It's the whites. They love when it's the whites.
I disagree. Okay, the people yelling at him are making the situation worse, by the way. Well, here, this is my first take. This is my first time watching this. I've never really watched this whole thing. I think they're making it worse. Yeah, and I think that they're not helping the situation at all. But I can understand why they're saying these things. I don't think he's enjoying this. Now, this is my first conclusion. I might actually come to a different conclusion if I go review this again. But to me, it looks like this officer is making for sure, eliminating any possibility of there being another physical altercation when he goes to put this man in the back of the car. Because at this point, the cop might be thinking, okay, when this motherfucker gets up, he might just fucking, get his strength back and be pissed off and just haul off and fucking fuck me up somehow with his head, for God's sake. So he's trying to eliminate or neutralize, the threat, not by killing him, but just by completely, physically overpowering him, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
You know that, bro. I trained with half of these bum ass dudes at the academy, bro. You know that's bogus right now, bro. You know it's bogus. You can't even look at me like a man because you a bum, bro. He's not even resisting arrest right now, bro.
His nose is bleeding.
You stopping his breathing right now, bro. You think that's cool? You think that's cool,
really
though,
not.
right? What's your badge number, bro? You think that's cool right now, bro?
What's this dude
You think that's
doing?
cool, though, bro? You're a bum, bro. You're a bum for that. You're a bum for that, bro. You get mad. You just sitting there stopping his breathing right now.
Look
The
at
dude's
him.
about to go out now, bro.
Look at
Bro.
him. Get off of him now.
What the fuck? Like that?
What the? He got mace. He got mace. He cannot breathe. Get over here. No, first of all.
Bro, look, well, you should check on him. He's not responsive right now. He's not responsive
Look at him.
right now. He's not responsive right now. He's not responsive right now. He's not responsive right now, bro. No,
He's not.
He's not responsive right now, bro. Bro, are you serious? You gonna just let him sit there with that on his neck,
See a
bro?
pulse.
Is he breathing right now? Check his pulse.
Have this conversation.
Check his pulse. Check his pulse, Kyle.
Dude, this guy yelling, he's not even yelling in a irate way. His voice, he's pleading. Everything he's saying, though, even though I thought in the beginning he was making it worse, he's making extremely valid points right now. And it turns out that he was correct. He's making very valid points right now. And that's a problem. Because the officer is now the officer is refusing to listen to somebody making valid points to him. And that's wrong. This guy is clear. He just said he's not responsive. Check his pulse. That's bogus. That's bogus. He's not responsive. Check his pulse.
Kyle, check his pulse.
Let me see a pulse.
Is he breathing right now? Check his pulse. Have this conversation. Check his pulse. Okay. Check his pulse, Tal. Check his pulse. Tal, check his pulse, bro. Bro, check his pulse, bro. You bogus, bro.
Don't do
you
drugs,
bogus.
guys.
Don't do drugs, bro. What is that? What do you think that is? You call what he doing okay?
Get back.
You call what he doing okay? You call what you doing? You call what he doing okay, bro?
Are you really a firefighter?
Yes, I am from Minneapolis.
Okay. Bro, you call. You think that's okay? Check his pulse.
Check his right.
Tal, check his pulse.
Get back in the
Check. The man ain't moved yet, bro. The man ain't moved yet, bro.
Where?
Minneapolis.
Okay.
Bro, you're a bum, bro. You're a bum, bro. You're definitely a bum,
Tell me
bro.
what it is. Tell me what his pulse is right now.
Check the pulse. Bro, he has not moved, not one time.
He's off cracker.
Oh my gosh, dude. This is really bad. Like, do you hear? It's like almost about to cry. See now, this dude, and like with all these people here, everybody witnessing this, now I feel like these people are showing a great level of restraint towards these police officers because they could actually bum rush these cops, and he's not. He is actually pleading with them. Please, dude. Please, I think he really knows that George Floyd his life is in danger. And nobody's listening to him, and he's just trying by any means necessary to get these police to actually listen to him. And by saying you're a bum, dude, I think like what he really might, what another person might want to say is, what the fuck is wrong with you? You fucking pig. You know, like they could be just saying a lot worse things, and he's just saying you're a bum, bro. Again, I just really feel like he's pleading and trying whatever to say, like, urging them to please don't kill this dude, and they're refusing to listen. And I don't think I think the police are being completely, well, the cop on him is being completely unreasonable. This other cop, this dude who's arguing with them, he is a coward. This is cowardice on his part because they're making such valid points. And I mean, the girls are kind of making it a little bit worse. But like the dude, he is really making extremely valid points. And there's no reason for this dude not to actually take what this man is saying into account. Other than the fact that he is a coward, or, you know, this is a sign. He's showing his cowardice right here.
No,
But yeah, bro, go back in the store, bro. You don't understand.
No,
bro.
I'm the reason.
Okay, that's cool. Go back in the store, bro. He's not moving.
I see that.
Bro.
I'm trying to help y'all out.
Bro, you don't need to help me out, bro. I know your parents. I know everybody that owns the store. You don't need to help me out, bro. He's not moving right now, bro.
I just saw that, man.
Bro, he was just moving when I walked up here.
And I know, then that they did that.
You just got back out here, bro.
I've been watching it the whole time.
You just got back out here, bro. Bro, he doesn't have it, bro. He's not moving.
No, did they kill him, bro?
Bro,
Did they
bro,
kill him?
what is you, 1087, bro? You're a
Oh
bum,
my
bro. Or
God, bro.
987, bro. You're a bum.
was this
First thing you
lie?
want to grab is your mace because you scared, bro. Scared of minorities, you bum.
He's right, though. He's scared. He is right. This dude is making just valid point after point. To me, I feel like what this dude is saying is going to convict these officers. It's damning. It's very damning.
Bro, like, bro, 3 minutes, bro. He's not moving. Bro, he's not even moving. Get off of his neck, bro. Get off of his neck. Yes,
Get back on the street.
Are you serious? Bro, are you serious? And you gonna keep your thing on your neck? Yeah, I bet you. Bro, I bet you touch me like that, dude. I swear I saw.
I didn't want to call the ambulance.
Bro, you just gonna let him keep his hand on his neck, bro? You're a bitch, bro. Tal, you gonna let him keep that like that? You gonna let him kill that man in front of you, bro? Huh?
Like what?
Bro, he's not even moving right now, bro. He's not even No,
This is what it is. We gotta deal with this shit, bro. They're not gonna help us, bro.
Right. He black. They don't care.
97 years
If it ain't they people, they don't care, bro.
You gonna just sit there with your knee on his neck, bro? You a real man for that, bro. He ain't handcuffed,
Look at him.
bro.
Just
You a real man, bro. You a real man, bro.
The fact that you guys are checking his pulse and doing compressions if he needs that, you guys are on it.
Oh my God, bro.
And then he just gonna pull him
They
up
just
there
dragging him like, come
Yeah,
on
and
now.
I have your name tag, bitch.
That's not very professional.
It don't
Wow.
matter. So what? Freedom of speech, bro. Freedom of speech, bro.
Oh my God.
Don't touch
I got this all on camera. Watch out.
Don't touch me. Don't touch
You touched him. You went to him. So shut up.
I've been the whole time.
You went to him. Y'all always trying to start something.
Bro, don't ever touch me, bro. I ain't said a word.
Oh my God.
Love you, bro. You damn near dead, bro. She's dead, bro.
Damn it.
Get back on the street. Are you serious? Bro, are you serious? And you gonna keep your thing on your neck? Yeah, I bet you. Bro, I bet you touch me like that, dude. I swear I saw.
I didn't want to call the ambulance.
Bro, you just gonna let him keep his hand on his neck, bro? You're a bitch, bro. Tyler, you gonna let him keep that like that?
I'm
You
glad
gonna
he
let him
said
kill that
that.
man in front of you, bro? Huh?
Like what?
Bro, he's not even. Kill that man in front of you, bro? You're a bitch, bro. Tyler, you gonna let him keep that like that? You gonna let him kill that man in front of you, bro? Huh?
Like what?
Bro, he's not even right now, bro. He's not even. No,
This is
bro.
what it is. We gotta deal with this shit,
Bro.
They're not gonna help us, bro.
Right. He black. They don't care.
97 years
If it
old,
ain't they
bro.
people, they don't care, bro.
You gonna just sit there with your knee on his neck, bro? You a real man for that, bro. He ain't handcuffed,
Look at him.
bro.
Just
You a real man, bro.
right. He black. They don't care.
Dude, I swear I saw.
I didn't want to call the ambulance.
Bro, he's just gonna let him keep his hand on his neck, bro? You're a bitch, bro. Tyler, you gonna let him keep that like that? You gonna let him kill that man in front of you, bro?
Wow.
Huh?
Like what?
Bro,
Like him asking that, like he just basically did the prosecutor's job for them. This dude right here who's talking in the video, like really, like that could just be the cross-examination for the prosecution, really. Seriously, the prosecutors, all they need to do is just play his fucking words. And they need to ask him these questions that this man is asking him and ask him his response. Really, honestly, he said, you're just going to let him kill that man right there in front of you like that? And the prosecutor obviously can't say this.
not even right now, bro. He's not even.
This is what it is. We gotta deal with this shit,
Bro.
They're not gonna help us, bro.
Right. He black. They don't care.
97 years
If it
old,
ain't they
bro.
people, they don't care, bro.
You gonna just sit there with your knee on his neck, bro? You a real man for that, bro. He ain't
Look
handcuffed,
at him.
bro.
Just
You a real man, bro. You a real man, bro. I try to keep these dumb ass
The
niggas, bro.
fact that you guys are checking his pulse and doing compressions if he needs that, you guys are on it.
Oh my God, bro.
And then he just gonna
Okay.
pull him
They
up
just
there like
dragging
that,
him
bro.
like, come
Yeah,
on
and
now.
I have your name tag, bitch.
That's not very professional.
It don't matter. So what? Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, bro.
Back on the street.
She said, I'm a first responder. You're not even giving him compressions if he needs compressions. I mean, how fucking... I mean, this can't be any worse for the cops. Really, like, that's another damning fucking... Wow, it's very compelling. I mean, that just really is the icing on the cake right there. If she's for real, she said, I'm a first responder from Minneapolis. She said, you're not even giving him compressions if he needs compressions. I mean, she kept telling him to check his pulse. What is his pulse? I mean, you know, over and over and over. Wow. Yeah, this is fucking... Wow. I don't believe that this was in any way, shape, or form, any reason to be rioting. I believe that George Floyd's actions contributed to this tragedy as well. And I believe that this was just an unfortunate series of events between human beings that happened. I don't believe that race had anything at all to do with this, other than the aftermath of them being accused of racism. I believe that this is between what contributed to this had nothing at all to do with race. It had everything to do with the physical comparison, the physical strength of this man versus these police. And they were in a position, they had no control over the situation, and they made a bad series of choices at that point in time, and which led to his death. And that even after the fact, as these things were unfolding, they did not take action to make sure that he wasn't dead. If it was even if it was, and again, there's an encounter with these bystanders also that's taking place now, in which it's another, it's an encounter between humans. And the unfortunate thing is that the more that they insist on this, it appears as though now the police officer is like in deference to what they're saying based on, what he's doing. He said, no, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm the police officer. I know what I'm doing. I'm not going to let them second guess me. I've been doing this for such a time. I know what I'm doing. They don't know what they're talking about. And every time they're talking and saying something valid, it might be reinforcing his position. And that does happen with human beings. It's unfortunate. And they're guilty of causing his death, in which it didn't really need to be. He don't really need to be dead. He shouldn't be dead right now. That's the fact. It was not racism. This was not racism. He resisted the fuck out of his arrest. Okay? He resisted the fuck out of his arrest. These cops should have fucked him up, beat his fucking ass if they had to get him in that cop car, as opposed to this. This was a bad choice. It really was. I would say that the police, it's their fault for letting the situation become out of control to the extent that it did. They should have shown force much earlier, and it should have been stronger force. Not to where they had to pin him on the ground and fucking hold him down, to where he couldn't fucking breathe, to where they exhausted him physically so that they knew without a doubt that they could put him in the cop car without him fucking them up again. They should have just fucking billy clubbed him, maced him. He has mace. They should have maced him. They should have tased him. They should have fucking assaulted him. Anything. They should have done whatever much sooner than they and instead it ended like this. And the reason, and as they were showing that restraint, which I don't believe was restraint, I believe it was like they were physically intimidated by George Floyd. He was overpowering them with fucking handcuffs on. And they didn't take control. They failed to take control of the situation. They did. It had nothing to do with race. It had everything to do with the power. His power. He outpowered them. And they were, lack of training, I guess. Nobody really knows what it's like to be in that situation except for other police officers. And other police officers might look at that situation and think of how they may have handled it differently. But I guarantee that a lot of police will not admit to it, but that they can see how this could happen. Because I'm not a fucking cop, and I can see how this could happen. I don't see racism here. I do not. I just don't. I see them being accused of racism, even as this is transpiring, and that's not helping the situation. But the man who's talking in the video, the bystander, he's just making such valid points to where it's just so damning. It's so compelling to where you can't, it's almost hard to deny that, like, they caused this death when in other ways it could have been avoided. It could have been avoided in so many other ways. Even to the point where he shouldn't have even, they really could have avoided him being pinned on the ground, starting there all the way to the point where he's got his knee on his neck. The dude like just stops even pleading for, you know, anything. He goes silent. At that point, they have the opportunity to somehow, like she said, do compressions or whatever, to try to mitigate or try to do something to not let him die. And they did. It seems like they were refusing. And it's not good. I don't think that there was racism here, and I don't think that there should have been riots. And I don't think that it was racism at all. I don't think that this in any way shows any form of systemic racism. If systemic racism really exists, which I don't believe in, but if it were to exist, I think that the video of the body cam footage prior to this video is actually completely contradicts systemic racism in this particular matter, and that like they cannot call this racism. To call this scenario racism is like a fucking insult to actual racism and people who have lost their lives due to actual racism. I do not see racism here at all. At the fuck all. And I'm sorry to those, and it's such disrespect to those who, to the thousands or millions of lives that actually have been lost due to actual real racism.